SSBD, or Bruneian martial arts, is not a dueling art. So I don't have this. No, it's a tribal art where 20, 40 villagers running this way and 20, 40 villagers running towards you. So there might be one or two, hidden enemies like guerrillas coming out of the bushes. So when you are like this, you see somebody like Omar coming towards me, that's why you have the backhand. You see that? So if I'm going like this, yes, Omar comes towards me, that's why you have the inside part. Boom. See that? So that's why the reference point is very important, because the reference point and how you intercept. So the first interception is the shield. The second interception is the pass. The third interception is the backhand. Because this is where, if my position is here, he comes to attack me, I could be doing this. If I'm here, I could be doing this. Or if I'm stepping back, I see somebody coming towards me, I could be doing that. You see how you have to be doing this left and right. Yes, the reason is this is your shield hand. This is your weapon hand. Again, in the olden days, you got the shield, the utap, or you got the sword, the pedang. So when you guys are moving this way, again, when you guys are moving, I'm not here to, if you look at our posture and how we move, yes, it's not against boxers, it's not against modern street fighters, it's not against MMA fighters, it's against somebody who's committed to his attack. Because in the olden days, when somebody runs towards you with a machete, they don't go like this. Ah! So there is no fake. When somebody in the olden days, they with a machete, they run towards you, they swing it as if it's nobody's business. So you have to learn how to deal with that. It's a full committed attack. Because if they stop, somebody behind them will rush behind them and there will be stampede and you will die. You see what I'm trying to say here? So that's why everything that we're doing here is from a committed attack, not a fencing move and things like that. Again, because that is how the art was born, from a tribal art, not an art where I want to show you how good I am. Can we fight to the death? Yeah, a duel. So it's not how, and even in the olden days, if I was to challenge him, there is no killing because he comes from a village where they also know how to fight. If I kill him, there will be vengeance. So the way we test each other out, in Silat, they've got the duster, the headgear. So basically, when we fight, if I could hit it with a clear strike and that falls, that represents his face being slapped or punched. So that should tell him that, like when you, I'll put it on. When you do Silat, yes? Or boxing, this is what you got. This is what you got. And this is what you got. So that is already telling you, okay, I'm going to hit you on your headdress. If I can slap it off from your head, then I'm good. Then you, as a person who's experienced in your own art, all you need to do, you don't have to worry about your this, you don't have to worry about everything else, but this. So you know what is the target. All you need to do is defend the target. So if I could slap it with a clean strike without you stopping my hand, not just hold my hand. This is not a clean strike. It should be when I'm here, boom, there, like that. So it shows that I have skill against you. So in the olden days, that's how people test each other. This is to make sure that I don't touch your face because I'm being respectful. And that is just to make sure that we are fighting skill. I'm not trying to ruin your reputation. And I'm not here to show how good I am. It's not an ego match. So even when they fight, it's to take off the headdress. But again, there's some people who take it too hard. So they get angry. So there was this story during the 1960s, 1950s, where these people, one village against one village, they said, let's see how good you are. And then and the thing is, he took his old student and challenged them. So he challenged his old senior student, which is, why would you do that? Yes, why would you do that? So obviously, the student, respecting his teacher, gave his best. And he actually toppled his teacher's headdress. So his current student got offended. He said, why did you do that? He's your teacher. You shouldn't be doing that. So and then it became like a quarrel and things like that. But the teacher tried to say, no, he won fair and square. But his students were like, they don't feel satisfied. So and then what they did was like, in one of, I don't know the middle of the story, but at the end of the story is that during a wedding, this is again on the water village. During a wedding, one of the students challenged the same guy. He said like, yeah, you could beat my teacher because he's old, but I want to see if you can beat me. Well, obviously, when you fight on the platform, he doesn't wear a headdress. You push him off the bridge. So the first student, gone swimming. Second student challenge, went swimming. Fourth student, went swimming. And then the teacher said, this is getting out of hand. So the teacher come forward. I said, I want to challenge you. And again, because the student thought what he did the first time was a mistake. So when, imagine Omar attacked me, punch, just punch. I'm here. So he grabbed his teacher and he dived into the water together. So this is just to show that I'm respecting my teacher, but I do not want to disrespect him by
not fighting.
Yeah, because if you're a student of a teacher in the olden days, he taught you to the best of his abilities. So if somehow, how do I say this? If I don't try my best, that means I'm not representing you. So by doing so, it was even, 0-0. I don't know how they think before. For me, that's still stupid though. You jump off the bridge and together, but that's an old mentality. That's how they think in the olden days. But again, it's all about skill. We're not here to offend people. That's why when you see me move, we hit just enough. We move just enough because we want to make sure that you don't go overboard. Yes, you see the art is violent, but I cannot make an excuse why the art is like that. Yes, that is what it is before. Because if he's got a blade, my intention is to go home to my family. That is the mentality of the older people. If it's about ego, I want to fight you to the death, get the sword, I have a sword, then you're not fighting for your family, you're fighting for yourself. That is the difference between a person who has a community mindset and a person who's thinking about how good I am. So that's why when people fight, that's why when you see the way we move, you want to make sure we're off center so that I can run this way so that people behind me can do something. Or I move this way so that I could guide him to my friends so that they could finish him off. See, there is no, okay, I got the most body count. There's no such thing. Yes? It's about if we can finish the fight as soon as possible, that is the mindset. But again, I'm not teaching you violence here. It's just the traditional mindset in the olden days. It's because if we don't do this to the opposite tribe, they will come to our village and our village will be, they will do the worst because all the strong men are in front. So if they don't give all their best, all the weak women, children, and elderlies will be, So that's why they have three waves. The most skilled, the one coming up, and the young ones, so that they teach them to understand that you're not doing this for fun. You're not doing this because you're evil. You're doing this because you have something more precious to protect. People behind you. So that's why when you see me move, we go for reference point because that is what controls him. If I can, like before, don't flick. Because if you flick, you'll have a tendency to lose your balance, to lose your weapon. So if you can control your body with the correct movement, then his movement is like nothing. That's why you see when I touch him, when I touch people, they can fall. Because I control myself before I control them.